same game, but one of them you're rescuing animals and you're taking them to the zoo, and you got to drive your truck. And I like the name of the first level. It's called uh, "See Me Rollin', They Hatin'."
What?
Fortunately, it's on Take It Easy. Yeah, the name of the that's the name of the first
Nice.
level. See me rolling, they hating. So here's my purple truck, and it's full of animals, and I just basically got to drive them to the zoo without losing too many of them, um, spilling out the back. And you accelerate and stuff by pressing and letting go of the screen, and then you can move your truck by tilting your device forward and backward to make softer landings so you don't lose all your animals out the back.
So the way to lose them is if your truck gets too far of an incline backwards?
Yeah,
I get you.
backwards or forwards. You can flip them out.
Nice.
And then you're trying to catch fuzzies too. And actually, that was a very good run, and I didn't even use the tilt at all. There's also power-ups that you can get, like rockets and stuff that go out the back.
Eric does this. When he demos a game for us.
He scored.
He just does amazing because he's not fully paying attention, but he's just cruising along.
Yeah, it worked last week too with the skee ball game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
That's about...
So then there, like I was saying, there was two games. This is called Snuggle Truck, and the other one is called Smuggle Truck with an M, and that is basically the same game except for you're smuggling people across the border instead of animals back to the zoo.
Yeah.
And if you've already bought Humble, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say it was first called Smuggle Truck. Some of the app stores said this is not politically correct. You shouldn't be smuggling aliens over a country border. So then he just changed the icons and changed the avatars and changed the M to an N in the name, and he made
Snuggle Truck. That's so funny. And are these cute little animals, right, that you're taking to the zoo, right?
Yep. And you got to catch fuzzies, also in your truck to get extra points and stuff. Now on the Smuggle Truck, you got to catch babies. Yeah.
Wow, nice one. Anybody have anything on Snuggle Truck?
I honestly didn't have time to try that one yet, but it looks good.
John?
How exactly does the Humble Bundle work? So do they bundle like a couple games together, you buy it, and then like they'll put a couple more out, or?
Well, that's what it is so far. You bought 4 games for whatever price you wanted. There was a 5th game that if you paid more than the average, you would get the 5th game. And I paid $4.61 to get all of them. And then this week they just gave me an email and said, "Hey, thanks for buying, and by the way, here we just added another game." So I'm like, "Oh, cool. Yeah. I'll check that out."
I think they do it just to bump sales. This round, there's still 3 days left in this one. They've sold 97,000 bundles, totaling more than $623,000.
Wow.
And the gimmick is they basically send you an email. When that email, you click the link, you can download these for Android, Mac, Linux, Windows, any one of them. And they're totally 100% DRM free. So you can just take them, download them all, and just keep them on your server, put them in your Dropbox, put them in your Box.net. And anytime you want, you go back to that email, click it, and re-download the games.
So then do they just like bundle those games for a week or 2 weeks, and then they change the bundle? And is that how it works? Because I mean, you guys talk about it, and I always say I'm gonna go check it out, and I never do. But I really, that game looks sweet. I really need to start checking this out.
Right. Well, it used to be like owned like twice a year or so they would do it. Here recently, it's like this one's going to end in 3 days. It wouldn't shock me if by April 19th or 20th they have another one already going.
They're getting pretty smart, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then are these games that are on the market, and then they just get them like a package bundled up, or?
Well, sometimes the games are unveiled here for like Android. Sometimes they're games that have already been around a while.
All right.
Like COGS, I got when it was the 10 apps for 10 cent deal.
They're all beautiful games so far, though. I mean, just amazing quality.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesomeness. Thank you, Eric. Back over the door.
Okay. Another final shout out, Canoe Northeast Line Specs, which if you want to have any inkling to listen to, or let me phrase that, know more about, you can go to frostbitemedia.org, click on Frostcast OGG or Frostcast MP3. Those are the feeds, episode 64 through episode 70. Each one of them is a talk from that event. So you can download and listen to the talks, find out more about the best.
Cool.
And again, at opensource.com, I got kind of hooked, Steve. I played Sudoku a little bit, and it basically didn't interest me. Once I looked at it and figured out there's multiple ways to solve this, I don't like that. You know, anything with numbers and math, to me, there should only be one correct answer, and that's it.
Okay.
Multiple answers, to me, it's no longer math. It's, I don't know.
All right.
Something. Well, the game I found is called Math Doku.
Huh.
Okay. This game is a little bit hard to explain, but I'll say it like this. You can pick different size boards, anywhere from 4x4 up to 9x9 size grids. On the small one, 4x4, let's say there are square shapes, or shapes based off of squares. So you can have rectangles, you can have L's, and all these different shapes in that square. So they're like cordoned off. So there's different shapes in there.
Like Tetris kind of shapes.
Yes, exactly. And each individual shape will have a number inside it and a math sign. So you might see 24x or 1 minus or 10 plus kind of thing. What that means is if it is a multiplication sign, what that means is if you take each of those numbers in that square and multiply them by themselves. So if it's a 3 blocker and it says times 12, then the contents of that could be 3, 4, and 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 1 is 12. If it's a block that's too long and it's plus 10, which is impossible, a 2 block and it's a plus 5, then it's a 2 and a 3. I mean, so each block has its own custom range that fits in the block, and on top of it, from right to left and from top to bottom, it has to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. No duplicates.
Okay.
So not only do you have to know what numbers to put in there, but in which order too. So there is only one way to solve this puzzle. Now, if it's a bit hard to comprehend, no worries, man. Download the app, run the app, try to put some numbers in that you think make sense, and you can hit menu and check progress, I believe is the button. And it will highlight blocks that you have done wrong.
Okay.
So it basically kind of helps you understand what's going on and how this works, kind of thing. It's really not difficult once you get it.
Right.
Once you get, oh, okay, so -1, 2, and 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. So, that's how you get the -1. If it's times 24, then it's like 3, 4, and 2. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24.
Okay.
Right. It's a very logic-based game.
I see. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. I really had to put the phone down a couple times.
Really?
Yeah. It was just...
I didn't know you were so one solution oriented of a person.
Well, that's the only...
Sudoku.
That's why I liked math. Once I found out in math, okay, there's only one answer. Ever? Okay, fine. I'm going to find out a better, faster way that I like to get to the answer to this question, and that's the way I'm going to do it. I literally had arguments with teachers. My mom came in too. I said, look, if you look how I did it, and if it doesn't make any sense to you, I'll be happy to explain it to you. 10-year-old saying that to a teacher. I said, and then you're going to make my answer marked correct, because it is correct.
Oh, I used to get in trouble for that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What? Putting the right answer, but not putting how you did it?
Well, you can put, not doing it the way he liked it done.
Right.
Things like that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Good one, Dora. You guys got anything on this one?
I'd like it as much as Sudoku if Google Goggles will solve it for me like it does.
Yeah,
For
I gotta
Sudoku.
say, no disrespect to Dor, but in the beginning when he was explaining all the numbers and all that, dude, I heard Charlie Brown's teacher. That's all I was hearing. I was like, what? Well, what?
I know.
That's how I am. That's how I am with my son's math homework, man. It's just like, oh my, everything is so different now, and
Is it
it's so
really? It's
hard.
different?
Yeah, they just teach him some really crazy ways to
Yes.
do like the simplest math problems,
Mhm.
man. It's like,
Yeah.
and then, but if you feel weird because it's like I want to be like Ethan, look, take what they're saying, forget about it, just do this. But then it's like you're going against the teacher. It's just this whole thing. But then he'll understand like the old school way. But then they have all this like lattice math and crap that they have, and it's just
Right.
Wow.
Weird.
weird
I
stuff.
didn't know that. That sucks.
Trust me, Steve, if you have kids, you will be hit in the face with this. If you go to Wikipedia and search the new math, you can read up on it. My son had an issue where he had to say what is 3 plus 5 or something like that, and I simply wrote 3 below the number 3, 2, and then a plus next to it, and put a line under. I said, now add it up. He said, I've never seen it done like that before. What? That's the only way to do it. What are you talking about? No, it was like 25 plus 25 is what it was. They're first trying to teach him to comprehend coins, adding them up. What's a quarter plus a quarter add up to? And weird geometry type stuff.
What? I gotta
And the
check this
kid-
out.
And the kid does not know anything about actual numbers. They're just trying to drill into him a quarter plus a quarter is 50 cents.
Wow.
4 quarters equals $1. They're trying to get him to understand that before understanding
Numbers.
the fundamentals of numbers.
That's messed up. I will check it out. The new math. You got me curious now.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Alrighty. Good stuff. Sean, back to you. Sean,
Oh, okay.
Hey, it looks a little different.
Yeah. I had to throw it out. I was gonna throw it on earlier, but my head was like boom, boom, boom. So
That's cool.
feeling better now.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna break this cycle of games right now.
Another game? Oh, you're
No, I
you're
said-
gonna break the cycle. Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
break the cycle temporarily.
Nice.
I should say. Okay, so every once in a while we use Netflix. Actually, not every once in a while. We always use Netflix at the house. We have very minimal cable, but downstairs in the living room we run our Netflix through my Blu-ray player, and it doesn't have a search button. So when the kids want, Dad, I want to have this, or like tonight before the show earlier, I wanted to start watching Mad Men. Never watched it. Watched the first episode at work today, so I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the queue, except for there's no search button. So I had 2 options. I could get out this app, which is my Netflix queue, and I could add it that way because I don't want to have to get up off the couch and walk, all the way up the stairs and get on the computer. So that's why I like this app. There's a bunch of Netflix queue apps, but a lot of them, for some reason, all they really do is show you what's in your queue, whether it be your instant or if you still do DVD Blu-rays. But a lot of them don't let you search, or they don't. I'm sorry, they'll let you search, but they won't let you add it. And so this application is nice because I could search for a certain show or movie, and then say, okay, add that to my instant queue, and then you refresh it on your TV, and excuse me.
And it's called My
And-
Netflix Queue.
Yeah,
Let me check it out.
Nice.
Yeah,
way
that's
for me
good
to
for
screw
people
up.
with Xboxes too, and things where you can't see all the shows that are out there.
I say it's
Yeah,
good for
and
someone with
it's-
a wife.
it's weird how some, however you're accessing, I have my LG Blu-ray player downstairs. I have a PS3 in a basement, and then I have my review up here, which the review I can actually search within the Netflix app. I can look through the queue, or I can search on Netflix. And it's just weird how certain things will let you search, and I just don't get why my Blu-ray player won't. I've had multiple updates to it, and that's one thing they never give me. So I like being able to just, the kids go, Dad, is there any whatever, Jimmy Neutron? I go, Mom's on the computer, so we pull it out. Jimmy Neutron, there's season 1, add to the queue. go and refresh your